This is me, the ocean, and my wet shoes. But why do I stand ankle deep in the yellow sea just after landing in Seoul? And then sprinting through a market in the pouring rain, desperately searching for food, and somehow ending up with a baseball bat on top of a parking lot. And what is even happening here? Before we get into all of that, first let me explain what's going on. I got challenged to experience this amazing city in the most fun way there is. It can be hard or uncomfortable sometimes, and push me to my limits. However, I will visit places and make experiences most of the other travelers never made. This is Project Sidequest, and here is how it works.
Welcome to Project Sidequest. For 5 days, the player must complete 4 side quests each day. Side quests are the bucket list items you didn't know you had. Unexpected real-world challenges that can be fun, tough, or just plain surprising. Each quest is worth 1 point, but 2 quests a day hold a bonus task. Complete it after the main quest, and unlock an extra point. With 5 or more points, the player earns a side boost, a reward that makes the path ahead easier. With 4 or fewer, a side effect strikes, making the journey harder, stranger, and sometimes downright uncomfortable. This is Project Sidequest. Let's start with the first quest. Good luck.
And now it's time to pull the first side quest.
Operation Saltwater Awakening. Dear traveler, after the long flight, both body and soul must be awakened. A reset before entering Seoul. Your task, reach the Yellow Sea and step ankle deep into its waters. A ritual cleansing to begin the journey. Limitation, no phone for guidance. Find the tide on your own and arrive renewed. Good luck.
This is unfortunate. When I just landed here, it was raining very, very heavily, and now going to the ocean, in the ocean, at this weather condition, I think it just stopped, so maybe it's possible. So while rushing to the information desk, I will walk you through my plan. I need some kind of map or information which beach is actually near the airport. And then I also need information how to get there. So I will head to the information desk, ask for some map, ask for some bus, and then we go from there. Without phone, I haven't done it for years, so it will be very, very challenging. So first search for the information desk. Let's go. It seemed it almost stopped raining, so could be possible. When I was preparing for going to Seoul, I also read that the ocean is influenced by the tide. So I'm actually not sure if there's water. I'm really not sure if we can go there and complete the first quest. But a failure at the first quest would be such a pity. Only half day left. So I have to find the information desk. And I think I'm pretty close. I think I found it. It's just over there. You see it? Do you have a map which includes the airport and the area around the airport?
Sorry, we don't have a map.
I'm searching for a beach which is on this island where the airport is.
We don't have a map.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you know if it's possible to go to a beach on this island?
Yeah, so you can take the bus. But it's paid. Go upstairs, 3rd floor, exit 7 outside, you can take the bus.
Okay, 3rd floor,
Yeah,
exit 7.
7.
So I've just asked at the tourist information, and unfortunately they don't have any map which includes the airport's area. I can't see on the map which is the closest beach where I can get to. However, the lady told me that I can go on the 3rd floor to exit number 7 and find a bus. So we try to achieve this. I think we have to go one more up to get to the 3rd floor. Let's try it. Now the elevator is broken, so we have to carry our luggage. There are also a lot of buses on the ground floor, but it seems they are not going where I want to go. So let's go there and ask again. Maybe we can get to the beach. And the weather seems to clear up. So maybe it works, maybe. So exit number 7. Have to search for that. Now exit number 6, but now we're heading the right direction. I'm very curious if there's a bus schedule which I can read. or where I can maybe figure out if it goes to the beach or not. I don't want to waste too much time. But we have to do the first quest. It's very important for the whole series though that this works out. Otherwise it would be very demotivating if I fail at the first quest, so wish me luck. Oh, all in green. Oh no, now it changed. Now it changed. Oh, I'm not sure which bus to take. I have to ask. So there are several buses on the schedule, but I can't figure out if there's anything going to the beach. So I will just ask the driver when he arrives if he goes anywhere near a beach. Let's see. It seems I figure out why it doesn't show any beach, because I think the schedule shows where the bus currently is, but not where it's going. So that makes it a little bit hard. But we will ask. So I just asked somebody and told me that I should take bus number 111. Then the bus arrived, but the driver denied me to go in because I think he doesn't want me to take my suitcase. So I have to find a possibility to store my suitcase here and take the bus without a suitcase. I don't know. Let's check if there's a storage area. Baggage storage is at letter C and I'm currently at letter G, so I have to walk, but I can see it in front of me. I hope next time I can get in the bus. I'm also not sure if he maybe didn't allow me because I had my camera in my hand, but it wasn't recording and wasn't in the recording mode, so I'm not sure what the issue was actually. I think that will lose me again another half an hour. I also have to then get my suitcase back. And this is on the first day. Just arrived, hit with the Sidequest challenges, and the first one already with so many troubles. Hopefully I can get it done. I have to really hurry up for the next ones, and I'm also not sure what the other side quest for today will be, and if I can even attempt it when the weather gets worse again. So first store our suitcase, then second attempt for the bus. Okay, found the storage area. Make it possible. Let's check if it works. So, suitcase stored. Somehow safe, standing here in the public behind these security band. I'm not so sure. But then the most valuable stuff I have in my backpack. So if somebody stole my underwear, their fault. Okay, now walk back to the bus. Then we will check how much time we have until the next bus arrives. And then we will hide the camera. So then we don't have a suitcase, a camera, just our backpack. And I hope that we can get on the bus. But still not sure if it will bring us to the beach. And it's already so late. And I'm really not sure when the tide will hit and when the water is gone. So maybe by the time we get to the beach, there is no water. But I think with my luck, there will be water, but just in the way of rain. And will just hit me from above, which is not the same, which does not count for the side quest. So let's see. First we will walk back to the bus stop and try our luck. Exit number 7, we are now currently at exit number 3, so another good walk back. And I also should not forget my suitcase later on to pick it up. Let's go. I was so in quest mode that I already walked past this place. Now I have another 20 minutes until the next bus arrives and we can try again. So hide the camera, relax a bit, and then we will take the bus. Okay, I'm now in the bus in stealth mode. I did hide the camera and I stored my suitcase, as you saw. And now I'm sure that it was not the camera's problem, because there have been other tourists who tried to enter also this bus with suitcase and the driver denied again. So I think it's just a suitcase problem. I think it would be possible to store it here, but yeah. How should they then go to the place where they want to go? They only can take a taxi, so it's a little bit a pity, so that you can't take this bus if you have a suitcase. But I'm now on the bus, and now the next challenge is to get off at the right place. So I have to now look out of the window and check if there's any evidence of the beach. And when there is, I will get off, hopefully. It also started again slightly to rain. I hope it stops until I get to the beach, so I can do my cleansing ride without any disturbance. So this seems to be the ocean where we are driving alongside. However, there's no evidence of a beach yet. So we're just on a bridge and it doesn't look very, very beachy here. I think I will go on a little bit and then get off a little bit later. It's kind of a gamble. Let's see. So this place I can't see the ocean anymore, also don't see any beach. I'm not sure if I took the bus already a little bit too far. Maybe, but I think it's an island, so there has been to be somewhere a beach. Otherwise I will take it for a while and then maybe turn around, take it in the other direction and try to go to the ocean near this bridge, but I'm not sure if there's any accessible area. So hopefully I will see the ocean again and find a better place. So I just got off to maybe try to find the beach, but then I realized something important. When I've dropped off my luggage, I forgot to take my umbrella. So if it now starts raining, I'm screwed. I already covered my backpack so that my cameras will not be destroyed. Maybe this here could be the place. I can see the ocean far there, but this doesn't look like a promising way. This more looks like somebody's yard. I think this is not the right place. I think this is not the right place. Let's check. I'm not sure if I just wandered in somebody's backyard. This does not look like an official road. Is this the way to the beach? I only know the ocean is there, and there is kind of a way. But if it's the right one, I really don't know. And I really hope that it does not start to rain. Then I'm really screwed. I will now try to find a way to the beach somehow. Otherwise I will go back and then just, yeah, fail the first quest. I really don't want to do this. But yeah, just try to find a way. So I just asked a local where, if this is the way to the beach, and she just answered, I don't understand, but this way. So maybe. I think I found some rice. My feet are already a little bit wet because I had to step through some deep water back there. Does this already count? I don't think so. I have to go to the beach, right? Does rice fields count? I could put my feet there, but I'm not sure if you want to eat then the rice afterwards. So there's one good thing. I saw the ocean, so it seems that the tide is not the issue. So I only have to get there I have to get there dry. I hope it will not start raining again. Otherwise I have to find shelter or have to get back to the airport immediately. So let's see, I think I'm pretty close. I can see the ocean again. You maybe not. But yeah, let's check if there's the beach. I'm pretty positive. And maybe there's also a shop around where I can buy a new umbrella, just in case. So just cross the street and then check. So here's a parking lot. I'm not sure if it has access to the beach. I don't see anything yet. There's the beach. I just have to find a way to get there. And I hope the water is deep enough. Then we finish this off and get back to the airport as fast as we can without getting soaked with the rain. But I'm really not sure where the entrance to the beach is. I will search for a minute. When I've found it, I will get back to you. But I can see the ocean, and that's already a success. So I think we can pull this off today. We can. Okay, I think tide is a problem. Water is gone. But when looking at this beach, you can tell that when the flood is coming, that it will hit the beach heavily, like you can see here. So I think we're also a little bit lucky that the flood is not here, because otherwise we would not be able to access the beach at all. Look how many shells there are. Everything filled with shells. I'm not sure if there's enough ocean water to put my feet in, ankle deep. Let's see. So I think this is the place. We can't do better than that. The problem is when I put my feet in. Okay, I already sunk with my shoes. And now my shoes are totally screwed. Okay, we can't get close to there. It's way too risky to sink in the sand. I already sunk in with my shoes. I have to clean them afterwards. Okay, we cannot get close with the shoes. Also without shoes, it's risky. Very, very risky. And the problem is, how should I clean my feet afterwards? Don't have anything to clean. So let's check what is over here. There's nothing what helps. Nothing what really helps. Okay, the only thing is I can get close with my feet, but then they're dirty as hell. And it starts raining. So as I'm already here, I think I will put in the feet in fast and clean it up as good as I can. Let's do this. I think my socks will be screwed after that, but all for science, right? So I put down my backpack. Okay, it starts raining. So wish me luck. Just have to get some of the sand from my shoes. My cleansing ride is more making it dirty ride. I did not sign up for this. Okay, let's do this. Let's take that. Okay. Carefully walk in the ocean. And I think this is ankle deep in seawater.
The sea offered more mud than water, but what better welcome to Korea than an early taste of its famous beauty treatments? Feet cleansed, spirit reset. Congrats on your first point.
So first quest fulfilled, but now my feet are wet and dirty and I have to get back because it starts raining, so let's go. So my socks are now totally dirty and wet and it starts raining. I have to get back to the bus stop, which brings me back to the airport immediately, as fast as I can. So I will turn off the camera and I think I will sprint back. The cleansing was good though. I still have some sand left on my feet. It feels like a peeling. So can only recommend it. Not under these conditions. I think I have to walk the same way back which I came, which means I have to go back into the deep water. I can show it to you when I walk back. Also very inconvenient. But that's what Project Sidequest is all about. Making memories, doing adventures, doing things which you usually would not do, and experiencing places you would usually never see. So I'm happy that I've seen this place, but it seems more like an abandoned beach. So it has a pretty bad connection to public infrastructure. Also, the infrastructure at the beach seems not working. It's dirty, broken. I think this is not the beach you want to go to if you want to go for a swim, but it's a close one to the airport and a good one if you're on Project Sidequest doing a cleansing ride and getting your first point for today. Now it's already 1:15. Completed the first quest, but there's 3 more to follow, and I'm not sure if I can attempt all of the 3 because of the weather. Look how it's raining again, so we have to be careful. First we head back to the hotel.
Don't forget your suitcase at the airport.
Clean my feet, change to some clean socks, and also clean the shoes again. They're also full of dirt. Maybe not the best quest to start with. There's the place again where there's so much water. I have to find a way through that without getting my feet more wet. And getting back to the hotel, I have to clean my shoes and have to try them. So, this is the problem. We somehow have to cross this without getting the feet wet. So, wish me luck. It works until here, somehow, but then it gets a little bit tricky because here it gets deeper and deeper. Maybe over here. I think we're good. I think we are good. I made it without getting my feet even wetter. But you see, it's heavily, or not heavily, but it's slightly raining on me. I'm wet all over the place from outside and also from inside, because there's another information about the weather I didn't share with you yet. It's also humid. We currently have 28 degrees. So warm, wet equals humid. So I'm also sweating. Of course, also because I'm walking so fast to get back. I have to go here. The more strange way. How would you ever find this? Just by trying, right? I'm not sure if this way belongs to somebody's backyard or not. it's not a proper street, but it led me to my first side quest point. So who cares, right? So I hope that this is the bus stop. Let's check. 111. Okay. I don't really understand what this means. Just hope that one is the bus 111. Just compare the characters. Not similar. There it was. No. Okay, I just saw it. It seems 111 in 8 minutes. This would be great. So just relax for a moment, then take the bus back to the airport. And first, I have to figure out a way how to get my shoes a little bit cleaner, so the bus driver does not complain too much. So the bus back to the airport is arriving. Hopefully it will pick me up. So, back at the airport. Now I have to get my suitcase back. Hopefully it's still there. But something to the side quest. So it was called Saltwater Awakening, and I think the awakening part it worked some kind of, because I just landed here after a 12-hour flight, and of course was jet lagged and tired. However, due to the rain, the walking, the stress, and also the wet feet from the salt water, I feel now much more refreshed and awake than before. So, in a sense, thank you for doing this side quest. Kinda helps. Okay, now back to the suitcase. So, suitcase successfully retrieved. Everything worked fine. And now we will head to the hotel because my feet are still wet and dirty. So I have to go back clean before we pull the next side quest. And first I was thinking about taking the bus to the hotel because it's a little bit more convenient. However, it's already almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And there are 3 other side quests waiting for today, so we have to hurry. So I think I will take the KTX or the Airport Express train. So we will go now in this direction and try to take this, even if it's a little bit more inconvenient because we have to then transfer to a subway. But it will be faster at the end, and that's what counts today. So let's head to the express train and then head to the city. Unfortunately, the express train is already sold out, so I will take the normal subway. It will take a little bit longer, however, if I would wait for the express train, I had to wait another 40 minutes, and then I'm in total slower than with the normal subway. So let's take the subway, then exchange at Seoul station, and then we will see us again at the hotel. Subway is arriving, but there are a lot of people waiting. I made it to the hotel, had a shower and dried my shoes. So now I'm ready to pull the next side quest. So let's see what it is.
Side quest. The Market of Unknown Munchies. Dear traveler, after your successful cleansing, the ceremony continues. Now it is time to renew yourself from within and adjust your body to Korea. Your quest: pick a market you've never been to. No Gwangjang, no Myeongdong. Eat 3 Korean street foods you've never tried before. Bonus challenge: add 1 more dish that's clearly marked as spicy. Simple rules. Real hunger. Good luck.
Okay, kinda like it because I'm hungry. So to have the chance to try 3 different new foods is already a good point. However, I don't like the bonus point part to try something spicy. It's always hard for me to eat something spicy because I always have the fear to mess up my stomach. However, I need this bonus point for today because I don't want to start the first day with already have a side effect. So let's do this. So I made some research, as I am not allowed to go to Gwangjang market or to the Myeongdong night market. I searched for another market, and luckily there's one market nearby which also had a very good rating, and we will check it out now. And maybe we can do our side quest there. So let's go. So I already arrived at the market and it started raining again. So that's why I have my umbrella out. And I wandered around and saw that it's not like Gwangjang market. So here it's a lot of mixed shops selling everything. For example, here hats and jackets or some accessories for mobile phones. But there are also some food shops in between. However, to find a place where there are many options which would be good for our side quest, I couldn't manage to do this yet. So it seems like I have to start somewhere and then piece by piece search for the 4 different foods I've never eaten. Maybe it's also just a little bit too early yet because it's 5:30. Maybe there are some food stalls which will open later. However, when you look at here, they also sell a lot of stuff which is not food. So I will search for something and then we will start our side quest. The rain gets more and more heavy, and I've just checked, so there should be some food shops which are somewhere underground, but I don't know where yet. So I'm trying to search it, because what I'm seeing here is not edible, even if I try. So let's find this place. So I just found a place. This the Kalguksu Alley. However, there are a lot of shops. They say they sell all of the same, so some kind of noodle soup, and they're very aggressively selling, and that's what I really don't like. So it feels for me like a tourist trap to go in there. So I left again, and I would guess that most of the things which are here are also not better than on Gwangjang market. So the atmosphere is similar, but it's way less options. But I have to make now a choice with what we start, so that we can start our side quest. So to make my life a little bit easier, I went to the tourist information and asked for some food spots, and they draw me this little map which now marked all of the places where I can get some food. However, they told me that usually the market opening time is only until 5 o'clock and it's already 6 o'clock. So most of the shops are closing now, and I'm not sure if I can attempt it now. So I have to hurry to complete our side quest. So let's go. So I checked out several places. However, there are not much promising things. So my plan is now to, as fast as I can, buy stuff and then try it. So we will start with here with a vegetable hot dog. Never had it before, so it counts. Okay, first food, the vegetable hot dog. We have it. Then now we will get the second one. Maybe directly over here. 안녕하세요. Can I have the first one, the mung bean pancake? second food retrieved, a mung bean pancake, whatever this is. So, now 2 more to go. Can I have Korean sausage? Okay, third fruit retrieved, Korean sausage. Now we need the 4th spicy one. I'm not sure if this will be very easy. The question is, can I somehow pack also the sausage? Because I will just put it in here. Because we have to carry it a little bit before we retrieve our final dish for the bonus point. Okay, of course we have to try it before we get our points. However, I already have 3, so it looks good for the basic part. Now we have to get something spicy. This will be, I think, not so easy. Because, like I said, there are not so many shops. And I've already bought now some stuff. This is not spicy. Would have been an option for the sweet stuff, but not for the spicy one. I've walked by some stores where they sold some spicy stuff before. However, let's check here. Oh, that's a restaurant. We can't go in there. It takes too much time. Here they sell some dumplings. Also not spicy ones. So I think we have to continue wandering around and search for some small stall which sells some spicy stuff. Oh, not in the kalguksu alley. The ladies will eat me alive. Okay, let's check here. Looks like a lot of sweet stuff. Yeah. Also, no spicy stuff. So it will be not so easy to get our bonus point today. I have to walk back, try another alley, and maybe we can find something. The question is, if I buy something and this GS25, which is maybe spicy, would it count or not? Let's see. First I try to find something and some of these food stalls, but the chances get lower and lower. I was hoping to count the Korean sausage as spicy, however, when I bought it, it was marked especially not spicy, so it will not count. So we have to find something else. Just look at this rain. This is what I have to deal with. So here maybe, but I think no. They have tteokbokki, but I already tried it, so it does not count. It does not count. And it gets more and more hard, especially with the rain. So maybe try this alley. Already everything closed. The question is, can I find anything spicy here to also compete later for the bonus point? What is about this alley? Let's try it. We have to try everything. It smells very fishy, so that's not my alley. I remember that earlier today I walked by some stores which sold some stuff which would qualify. There are restaurants which sell spicy stuff, but I don't want to eat a big meal. I just want to taste it for the sake of the quest. Okay, so I walked around the market for several minutes and I cannot find any store that's selling anything I haven't eaten yet before and is spicy. So I will pull the emergency option and go to Cheers 25 and try to find something spicy there. Basically, it's also on the market, so if it's spicy and I try it, it will count for the bonus point. So let's go back to the main place and find a Cheers 25 and then something spicy I've never tried. Oh, this rain. So there's the Cheers 25 again. Let's go in and find something spicy. This looks quite good, but I'm not sure if it's spicy. Okay, this says it's spicy. Spicy sausage, never had it before, so that will be my spicy one. I hope I will not regret it.
This is a 1 buy 1 free.
Okay, the fourth spicy item retrieved, and now to get the point I have to taste all of the 4. So let's find a place where we can eat and then get our point for the side quest. So this will be my place for the attempt. Small table-like place, good enough for our side quest point. Okay, now we will start our attempt for our food quest, and we will start with the vegetable hot dog. First, try this. It's really, really good. Crunchy on the outside, the vegetable inside also tastes good. A little bit oily. No, I will eat it later. So, but first we need some points. Okay. Now for piece number 2, just take what is above the Korean sausage. It says it's not spicy. Let's try. Okay. It's sweet, like a little bit at the top of the sauce. And it feels like, it tastes like it's, that it's rice inside. I'm not sure. And I also will not check. Better, I don't know. Even if it said it's not spicy. Just said it. Even if it said it's not spicy, it's a little bit spicy. A little bit. Okay. So this was food number 2 I've never tried before. Now, our food number 3. The mungo bean pancake. Never had it before, so there are some chopsticks which come with that. Okay, so mungo bean pancake, let's go. It's okay, it does not have a lot of taste. Maybe because the spice of the Korean sausage already killed a little bit of my senses. It tastes more like potato than mungo bean. I think it's also more potato than mungo bean. Okay, so I will finish it later. But for the sake of the side quest point, this gives me 1 point because I ate 3 new dishes at Namdeamun market. And now, let's get to the bonus point. I have to eat something spicy. My special spicy sausage, which I bought at the GS25, also at the market. So here it is, the spicy food. Question is, how will I open it? Okay, there is a place which says open, so it seems... I have some tteokbokki flour on my finger. It seems I can open it somehow here. Now it's open. It does not look very suspicious. It just looks like a normal sausage, a normal hot dog. So let's try the spicy one. You can see this, right? It says spicy and with fire, but doesn't really feel like that. It's a little bit spicy, okay. But I think the Korean sausage is a little bit more spicy than that. So anyways, I ate 3 dishes and in total also something additional spicy.
The market offered more rain than food, and the only real spice came hidden in a dish that wasn't marked as spicy. Soaked but successful. Congrats on the points.
So this gives me 1 point and 1 bonus point, so which means I've successfully fulfilled 2 of today's side quests. However, it's already 7 o'clock in the evening and I have 2 more side quests left for today. The question is, do I have enough time to fulfill them? But first, I will finish my food and then we will pull the next side quest. So now it's time to pull the 3rd side quest of the day. So let's look.
Side quest.
Swing for Seoul. Dear traveler, now it's time to test your coordination. Baseball may be Korea's great obsession, but you barely know which side of the bat to hold. Your quest? Find a batting cage and step up to the plate. Hit at least 50% of the pitches. Your score only counts once you've faced a minimum of 5 balls. Bonus challenge, score an extra point if you reach that 50% mark in fewer than 10 attempts. If you survive without knocking yourself in the head, consider it a win. Good luck.
Okay, a batting cage. I had a baseball bat in my hand before, but I've never played baseball, so nobody threw a baseball in my direction and I've never returned one. So, will be interesting. I have to do some research on the batting cage, if there is one which is open now, so let me check. Okay, actually, I found a batting cage in Hongdae which is open 24 hours a day. And yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's go there. So next stop, Hongdae. I'm now near Hongdae, searching for the batting cage place. Let me tell you, the first day, having all the 4 main side quests and also the 2 bonus quests is very hard with only half of the time. I hope the other days will be easier. So currently I have 3 points out of 6, so we are only at half. And it's already 7:30. But I'm on the way to my next quest. And the quest only says that I have to return half of the balls throwing at me. So basically, I can do it for a longer time until I hit this number. However, I only get the bonus point if I do it in less than 10 attempts. So I have to try to hit it good already at the very beginning. And let me tell you, I'm still very tired. I straight out of the airplane, went in the first side quest, haven't had a rest since then, haven't slept since I've left home, basically. And now it's already evening. Already had 2 exhausting side quests where I walked a lot and which haven't been easy to pull off. And now we will attempt the 3rd one. Hopefully this will be easier. Would be nice to have an easier one and a faster one, because we are running out of time. The day is almost done. I have to do all the side quests until 12 o'clock. That's the deadline. And I don't want to stay out until 12 o'clock. So I have to find a betting cage fast. I hope it's open, I hope it's free, and I hope I hit the balls. So the betting cage should be somewhere here in the street. I assume on the rooftop and maybe on this. But how to go up? Let's find out. There it is, however. It looks kind of closed. Ah, no, there are people on. So when I'm lucky, I can have an attempt. So let's try it. I'm now in the betting cage and I will now put points in and start the attempt. So let's go. Oh, the first one. Yeah.
Wait, too soon to cheer. Remember, a shot only counts if it clears the red line. And looking at that bounce, the ball touched down behind the line before heading to the net. Sorry, this one is out. No point.
Got it. In less than 10.
Congratulations! You've done it. Somehow. 3 hits out of 6. The absolute bare minimum to scrape by. Yes, that earns you the point and the bonus. But let's be honest, the balls barely counted as returns, and any real coach would have retired you on the spot. Still, a win's a win, even if it's an embarrassment to the sport.
Challenge 1. Not beautifully, but 1, and that's everything what counts. So with this side quest completed faster than expected, I'm at 5 points and I can avoid the side effect and I will get a side boost. However, there is another quest for today and the basic rule is that all of the quests have to be attempted. So even if I'm already at 5 points, I have to go for the 6. So now it's time to pull the last side quest for the day. So let's see what it is.
Sidequest.
Lightcrafter's Manifesto. Paint on Zaha's canvas. Dear traveler, tonight you are no mere explorer. You are an artist, a collaborator, a co-author of Seoul's most iconic spaceship. Your canvas is the curving, shimmering skin of the Namdeamun Design Plaza, and your brush is light, pure light. Your quest: add your own signature to the DDP. Not with paint or pixels, but by capturing a single perfect long exposure photograph where your strokes of light dance across its surface. Good luck!
Okay, we've already been to the DDP, but I've never seen it at night when it's lit up. And I've never done a light painting before, so will be interesting. So let's go and head to the DDP fast. I hope the light is on. With my luck, not. So let's see. So like you see, I've arrived at the DDP and it's illuminated. However, it's not as pretty illuminated as it could be. So that's where I can start my challenge and put some more light on this building. So let's get out the other camera and do an attempt and try to improve the DDP's light show. So first I will search for a place where I can do my attempt. I don't want to do it here in the middle on this bridge to not disturb anybody. And I need a good surface where I can put my painting. I was thinking about what I want to put on the DDP, and of course I was thinking about the Project Sidequest logo. So I will try to do it, make a light painting and put it here on the wall of the DDP after I found the place, and I hope that maybe somewhere here in the back I will find a good place where I can do my attempt. In front of me this seems like a good place. There are only 2 people currently. I hope they will leave and then I can start. So I will show the place to you. So this is the place in front of Design Lab 3. And here is my canvas where I want to paint on. Here, there should be the Project Sidequest logo. So let's set up everything. And then I think we're good to go. So I'm all set up. I'm ready for the first attempt to put the Project Sidequest logo on the DDP. So let's go. Let's check if it worked. While we're waiting for the picture to be processed, I just have to tell you how beautiful it is here. It stopped raining, it's still warm, but it's not too hot, and it's pretty nice here. There's also some piano music in the background. A nice place to hang out at night. I can only recommend it. So if you want to come here, also do some light painting, do it. And now I will check if my light painting worked or not. So first attempt did not work, so we try another one. I think I have to be a little bit slower to pull this off. Like I said, I've never done light painting before, so all set up again, and now attempt number 2. I will also do it a little bit closer to the camera. I think I was too fast again. Let's check.
Close, but mirrored and way too low. Nothing. Again. What even happened? Half a painting and still mirrored. Yeah, that's you. But where's the art? Nope. Incomplete. Do you want to do this the whole night? Try again.
Let's see if this attempt will work. I tried it now several times, but I'm not satisfied with the result yet. I hope this time will be better. I have to play a little bit with the exposure time and also with the speed of my movement to get it perfect.
Almost, but not it. Once more.
Okay, next attempt, closer to the camera and faster movement. Let's see if it worked.
Finally, didn't think you'd actually pull it off. After countless attempts, we can finally kind of recognize the logo. It's somewhat on the surface, which means you've kind of earned the point. Not exactly a masterpiece, but close enough for Sidequest standards.
Yes, this time it worked. It's not perfect, but I think you can clearly see that this is the Project Sidequest logo on the DDP. With this result, even when this day was very, very hard, I only had half of the time. I'm very, very tired now. I again have wet feet due to the heavy rain, and it's already 9:30 in the evening. It's day 1 of Project Sidequest. I've got 6 out of 6 points. And I'm very curious what the side boost will be. And the side boost will be announced tomorrow morning. So I don't know it yet what it will be, but I hope it will be great. After such a day, after such a performance, I think I deserved it. I'm curious what day 2 of Project Sidequest will bring us. It will also be hard because the weather conditions tomorrow also very bad. But let's see what the quest will be, let's see what the side effects will be, and let's see what my side boost which I earned today will be. So see you again at Project Sidequest episode 2 tomorrow.
Project Sidequest drums declare, step beyond the lines we dare. Challenge taken, hearts away, we rise again through Sidequest. Project Sidequest drums declare.
This was the side effect that never came to pass. Day of kimchi. Every meal, no matter how ordinary, would have been shackled to a mound of fermented cabbage. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even dessert, all sharing the same sharp, sour fate. Luckily, the player dodged the cabbage curse, taste buds spared, dignity intact, and instead of punishment, a reward was unlocked, a side boost for day 2. But what will it be? Only the next episode will tell.